Hello, my name is Agatha, and this is the tarot reading for the sign of Taurus for December 2015. If you'd like, before we start, if you'd like a private consultation with me, just send an email to duniazad@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. And again, before we start, at the end of the reading, this is a Celtic cross with 10 cards, and at the end of the reading, there's 3 additional cards. So you pick card number 1, 2, or 3 for an additional message for you. You can have like a question in your head, and at the end of the reading, you'll get the answer or a guidance. Okay, are you ready to start? So the deck that I'm using is the Russian Tarot of St. Petersburg. And for the 3 additional cards at the end, I'm using the Mini Rider Waite Tarot. And how will the month of December be for you, Taurus? This is just to add, if you have the sun sign, the moon sign, the rising sign, or even a stellium, which is at least 3 planets in the same sign, in the sign of Taurus, this is the reading for you. So as the significator, we have, or you have, the Page of Clubs. So you might be getting a new message this month of December. Some sort of message. If it's not a message, you might be, thinking about a new project, something new, something which you haven't tried before. But I would say more in the context of this reading is a message. So because the guy has like a little scroll in his hand, I don't know if you can see it, and he's climbing up the stairs, so he's going to someone to give a message. In the position of something which is still yet not seen, might be seen either at the end of the month or after that, or after December, you have the 7 of Clubs. The 7 of Clubs is fighting for something. So this message might bring with it some sort of need for you to fight for something. Either you're fighting for a principle, you're standing up for a principle, or for something. So whatever this message brings, you'll have to stand up for yourself. Or it might entail some sort of quarrel, some sort of fighting. Could be that. In the position of the root for the month, you have the High Priestess. And the High Priestess, again, she has a little scroll. This has to do with messages, but the High Priestess speaks of the occult. So, for the month of December, maybe something which was hidden is now revealed. And this is the source of the quarrel, of the fight. Something which was hidden is now out on the open, and this might have been or will be revealed when you get this message. But it's probably whatever it is, you want to keep it hidden, want to keep it to yourself still. And why do I say that? Because in the past, influencing this reading of December, you have the Hermit. The Hermit is also being within, being very reserved, feeling isolated, feeling alone. So whatever this is, or whatever this was, you felt like you couldn't reveal or share this with anyone else, whatever information it was. You felt you were entirely alone with it, and you're keeping it to yourself, you're hiding it. And or you were hiding it in the past. In the position of what you want, you have the 7 of Coins. You want to still think about it. So Taurus doesn't make changes of any kind easily. So you're still, he or she is a very fixed sign. So Taurus doesn't change directions easily. Taurus doesn't change the way of thinking and is his or her values or his or her mind in a very easy way. It's not like Gemini, it's not like Aries, they're very fixed and they stay the course, whatever, even if it's a very bad course, doesn't matter. They will see it till the end. So what you want is still to keep on thinking about this, whatever this is. Keep on reflecting, keep on pondering. This might have to do with many matters, but I don't think so. So you still don't want to make a decision. Something new, some sort of message that might have revealed something hidden, something maybe that you've already knew, but you want to keep on reflecting and pondering, and you don't want to make a decision just yet. In the position of the near future for this month of December 2015, you have the Four of Coins. The Four of Coins again speaks of being very stagnant, a very stagnant energy, someone who has a very limited perspective, really reserved, really self-defensive of his or her own values. And when I say values, it might mean monetary values, but also personal values. So you're not changing your mind. You're still stuck in the same path. You're gonna. That's why you're fighting. You're still fighting, or you're going to fight because you're not changing easily the way you think. So you're stagnant. There's a stagnation there. There's a limited perspective, but at the same time, a limited point of view. Also, at the same time, in the card which represents you, there's the Two of Clubs. The Two of Clubs actually speaks of broadening your mind, broadening your perspective. First, you have to broadening broadening your mind. First, you have to do that before you go on a new adventure, you go on a new path, and you're still thinking about it. The whole month you're thinking about it. You're not making a decision. So there's like signs that something in your life is about to change, but you're really resistant to it. You just don't want to let go of the old ways of thinking, old ways of behaving. You don't want to let go. This is why you're fighting, or you will be fighting maybe at the end of the month, like you're defending yourself. You're still defending an old way of being, kind of. And again, I'm thinking this has to do with the secret which you have kept to yourself for a very long time, and you cannot keep to yourself after these months. You can. It's the cat's out of the bag, whatever it is. In the position of the environment or the others, you have a major arcana, you have the star. I think there's someone. The star might represent, for instance, someone of the sign of Aquarius. You have someone in your midst who has total faith in you, who has total confidence in you, and keeps telling you to broaden your sights, your high sights. So to broaden, oh my God, bad English, your views, the way you think, for you to be more optimistic, okay, to have faith in yourself. This person has faith that you are able to achieve great success. You are able to achieve your dreams, and is really it's like a cheerleader. She's a cheerleader, or he is a cheerleader, and you're not like that. Like very fearful of change, fearful of embarking on a new path. In the position of hopes, fears, and dreams, you have the Four of Cups. I would read this more as advice, and advice also. Hopes, fears, dreams, and advice. The advice would be stop being stagnant, stop not making a decision. You're like, You're very apathic. You're not doing anything. You're still resting. You're still like not moving. And the advice would be whatever someone is making you an offering, you should take this offer. And this is an offer out of love because it's cups, and cups is emotional. Um, Someone is offering you something. This might be, you know, something to do with the message, whatever the message is. You should take this offer. Okay, I would read that as the advice. Take the offer and take action also, because you're very still. You're still very still. And in the outcome position, you have the Ten of Swords. Now, the Ten of Swords speaks of a painful emotional ending. Something is about to end in your life. It's a turning point, and you're kind of like forced to see the reality of a situation, to face the truth, to be honest about the truth. It's really painful, and maybe that's why you don't want to face it, whatever secret this is. Um, that you've kept to yourself for a very long time. You didn't want to face it because you wanted to avoid this pain, this sort of pain. But after this ending, which is a painful one, the light will come in and everything will get easier. You'll be someone new, someone lighter, someone happier probably, you know, trying to avoid making a decision, trying to avoid going on a new path doesn't help. If you just face it and if you just take action, you'll after this pain, things will get better. Okay, so now there's 3 cards at the end, like I've told you. If you've picked card 1, the option number 1, the card that came out for you is the Wheel of Fortune. Again, connecting it to this reading, it speaks of a big change in your life, something that, out of the blue might entail some sort of progress, and this change, also liberation of some kind, I would say. This change might be in your emotional self, in your career, in your profession, in your relationships. It's a big change. If you asking for advice, the advice would be try something new, make some sort of change. Don't try the old path. Try something which you've never tried before, which is very difficult for a Taurus. Very difficult. If you picked option 2, the card that came out for you is the Emperor. The Emperor might speak of establishing a new self, having a stable type of life, and this stability might come in personal relationships or in the work environment. It might have to do with some sort of leadership role, some sort of promotion, or it might entail some sort of power struggles. You're fighting with something or with someone who might be above you. It might be that, and this person might be really insensitive and just cares about rules and regulations and facts. It doesn't care about being sensitive. It doesn't care about emotions. So it might be a very bit cold type of person. You could be dealing with this sort of individual. If you picked card number 3, the card that came out for you is the King of Wands. The King of Wands might represent someone with whom you will be dealing with, and this person might be after in his, I'm gonna say him, but could be a woman also, in his late 30s or after 40 years of age, but not necessarily, could be younger. And this person could be from the fire sign of Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. And again, I'm going to say he, but could be a she. He's very charismatic, he's very popular, He's very fiery. He has the ability to inspire others in whatever project they follow. He's a natural leader. People want to follow him uh, because he has like really enthusiasm for whatever project he's working on. So people naturally follow him. He can be a bit arrogant. He can be a bit vain. He might have an ability to hear other people's ideas because he thinks uh, his ideas are better. Out of the blue, I thought, people, if he works in advertising, or if you work in advertising, this might be someone new you will be working with, maybe a new boss, maybe a new leader, or you can be achieving a position of leadership in in something that you really like, something which really fuels your enthusiasm, that makes you feel alive. Or also it can be like you're starting a new creative project and you achieve great success with it. Okay, or you might get some sort of promotion. Okay, this is the reading that I have for you, Taurus. I hope you have a great month. If you like a private consultation with me, you just have to send an email to dunyazada@gmail.com. All my interpretations are written by me, if in English or in Portuguese, if you'd like to, if you're learning the language, if you so desire to be in Portuguese if you prefer, but in English, I write in English. That's it. Thank you very much for watching.